Now, Emmanuel Macron is due to meet the CEO of TikTok today. Shou Ji-chu is participating at the Paris Peace Forum, which is set to begin this Friday. Well, the conference promotes collaboration and dialogue among nations to address pressing issues in a number of areas, such as climate change, artificial intelligence, and also how to make the online area safer for children. Well, let's bring in our sciences and tech editor, Julia Seeger. Welcome to the program, Julia.
Hi, Tom.
Now, TikTok under criticism following the release of a damning report by Amnesty International. Tell us more.
Indeed, Amnesty International conducted a study jointly with the Algorithmic Transparency and AI Forensic, and they interviewed 300 children throughout the world, especially in countries where the app is the most used, like, for instance, the United States, the Philippines, but also Kenya. They also created these fake accounts mimicking those of minors, and they found, and this is how they found out, how the Chinese app is really leading its users into what they call rabbit holes of harmful content, sometimes even promoting depressive symptoms, but also self-harm and even suicide. Now, the way this works, of course, social media platforms are using algorithms. They're looking at what kind of videos we're watching. And once they've identified the topics, they tend to push that same content. And this is what we call recommendation algorithm. Now, all algorithms don't work the same. On TikTok, it's very sensitive to whether or not we are rewatching the same videos. So they did a test, and they rewatched videos relating to mental health, and they found out that after 20 minutes of scrolling, 58% of the content was related to mental health, with many of those posts that were harmful, sometimes idealizing, normalizing, and encouraging suicide. Now, what this actually means is that if a teenager who's feeling depressed is looking at those videos linked to mental health, he's going to receive 10 times more videos on that topic than another teenager who is not interested. Now, I want to tell you about this quote, which I find heartbreaking. This 18-year-old from the Philippines, in one of the interviews, said, "When I watch a sad video that I could relate to, suddenly my whole For You feed, so the recommendation feed, is sad, and I'm in sad talk." The report also points, Tom, and we talk a lot about this here on France 24, about the addictive consequences of these platforms, and this is because it offers endless scrolling of videos, of course.
Yeah, so the EU are very keen to tackle this addictive nature of social networks. And just yesterday, Thierry Breton called on the CEO of TikTok to continue efforts against disinformation as well.
Exactly. The European Commission has launched an investigation into TikTok, but also X and Meta, because all of those problems, you have the same on all social media platforms, of course, but they want clarifications on the type of measures that have been implemented to moderate hateful content and false information in the wake of the October 7th attack. And this is because there's a new legislation in Europe. It's called the Digital Services Act, and it has higher obligations for those platforms when it comes to moderation. And very recently, 3 weeks ago, TikTok actually announced that it had removed 4 million videos considered illegal and harmful. It had decided on its own to get rid of all of those videos.
Okay, and of course, TikTok, the Chinese platform, is trying to change its image, isn't it, by perhaps changing the sort of content it puts out there, a bit more educational, perhaps?
Exactly. And if you want to, review your math theorems, you can actually go on TikTok now, thanks to the hashtag #LearnOnTikTok. Many experts, enthusiasts are increasingly going to the platform to create educational content. And the platform is pushing for that as well. And the reason why is, well, we're going to go back to the Digital Services Act, because they're imposing on those platforms to identify what they call trusted content, and educational content actually falls into that category. Now, TikTok is in a deep turmoil now, not just because of everything having to do with content, but also because it's often accused of espionage, especially in the United States. The reason why is because it belongs to the Chinese company ByteDance, which is, of course, depends on the Chinese Communist Party. And in several countries now, they're debating on whether or not they should ban it altogether. But for now, the White House, the European Commission, the Canadian, and the British government have already banned its officials from using the application for those reasons of espionage.
Okay, well, thank you very much indeed for that. Julia Seeger, our science and tech editor, thank you very much indeed.